This what we got today. We got we got I got buku videos put up for y'all in the watch later. And just everything I've been coming across that I feel like we could react to for real. I already watched this, so I'm gonna take this off. I already watched this, I'm gonna take this off. I already watched this, I'm gonna take that off. And I'm saying I watched these, but I swear to God I ain't watched these. On God. Yeah, I swear to God I ain't watched these. I don't know how these guys watch, but I didn't watch them. Which one y'all feel like we should react to? Which one y'all trying to react to? Honestly, this one looking like the top one for real. Cause that's the most interesting title in my opinion. This one and this one. We on the last one then. We on the last one.
You put your heart and soul into making
really
your
broke
book.
my heart how I came.
So do we.
Like,
Blurb.
Quick switch, bro. Like that shit.
You gotta figure out you're just some dumb trying to pick up chicks.
And I don't want to close the motherfucking tab because that shit might make you do some crazy shit. That shit's still not working, but look, this is what we about to do. React. You feel me? Hold on. Y'all ain't gonna be able to see it if I put full screen.
Right. Or there's more to this.
Right.
It's 1 a.m. and you're lying in bed. You can't sleep, but you're not ready for the night to be over anyway. Then you remember that maybe it's not too late to make plans. So you pull out your phone and open the app with the little orange flame. Swipe left.
Freak ass.
Swipe
app.
left. Swipe left. No one's catching your eye until you come across the profile of a man in uniform. His profile says his name is Trayshawn. He's 26 years old, and look, he's only 3 miles away.
I need a rolling chick.
His photos show him in police uniform, and his bio says BCSO, short for Bernalillo County Sheriff's Office. One of his photos even shows a fully marked police cruiser. Even though you know meeting up with a random guy late at night could be dangerous, seeing his badge makes you feel safe.
I wonder what make people do shit.
Not everything is as it seems. The firearm, uniform, and badge are comforting. But what if none of it was ever real? That was the case for the Bernalillo County employee who received a notification that she matched with Trayshawn.
Left.
After reading his bio, she wondered why she had never seen him around, so she started to dig a little deeper. After speaking with Sheriff's Office employees, the woman realized it wasn't just an oversight. Trayshawn didn't look familiar to any of her colleagues. The BCSO quickly put the pieces together. Trayshawn's Tinder profile was a fake. His real name is Rico Trayshawn Dukes. He did live in Albuquerque, New Mexico, and it was him in the photos. But a little fact-checking proved that Dukes wasn't employed by the BCSO. He shouldn't have a uniform, a badge, or access to a marked cruiser. So why did he appear to have all of the above in his Tinder profile? Officers wasted no time tracking down the cop impersonator. They drove to a restaurant called Monroe's near downtown Albuquerque, where they knew Dukes was supposed to meet one of his matches.
Open the door from the outside.
Nah, that's wild. Imagine going on a Tinder date and you run straight into 12. It hit different. Let's start there. You that motherfucking freaky, gang. Like you that itchy for a companionship to where you willing to fake like you police or whatever the case may be in order to get that. It hit different. You will never understand the lengths people go to nowadays, for real.
Wearing his uniform shirt. He's got a badge on his shirt.
Slowly take your seatbelt off. Slowly. Exit the car. You have hands back there, Ian?
I'm about to cash a $50,000 check.
I'm about to cash
for an accident I was involved in over 5 months ago. The same
Hey, 1080, just so you guys know.
When the officers on scene realized Dukes has a weapon,
1080. What 1080 mean? I ain't realize that bill was on all caps. Code is commonly used to alert officers as a fire alarm or explosion and signals your potential danger in urgent situations. I'm on my DJ
An
Go
officer
shit. I'm
shouts at
looking
him,
shit up there.
ordering
I don't
him not
understand
to reach
type
for his
shit.
firearm. Dukes was easy to spot. He was dressed in the same uniform that the officers arresting him would typically wear. He didn't pull up to the restaurant in a police cruiser, but he would soon be leaving in one.
Hey, as soon as we can, let's dress down, keeping your camera on you like on your belt.
Boy, these
and
goddamn
then
commentators
we'll
love making
here,
these
but
little
not
corny
all.
ass jokes.
Everything up with this dude. Let's get him out of sight pretty quick.
But you sure we be leaving in one. Man, get your little goof ass on, nigga. That shit wasn't funny. I ain't laugh.
Yeah. We're just dressing down. We're trying to make a scene. We got him in a truck so we can form our 27 here.
They want him in section 4 for interviews.
Okay.
And Allie's coming to seal until he goes to
Okay. Okay. Are you guys good here with the vehicle? Yes.
Okay. Once you get through, you want us to go down there, or you want?
Yeah, you just meet back at the main or whatever. Figure out where we're gonna seal and tow it. Cool.
The officer driving
why that
Dukes
bit
makes a
froze
stop
like
on the
that,
way
but
to the
hopefully it ain't
station.
that reason
He
for
obtains new paperwork and learns that there's even more to this strange story.
So what happened?
Chain of command said arrest.
Okay.
He carried a gun on a school campus last week, and they said arrest tonight.
Cool. Yeah, 'cause he's like, what's going on? And I was like, God, I don't know.
Yeah, you can let him know. He's getting charged with 3 more counts, and then for unlawful carrying of a deadly weapon on school property.
With the paperwork in hand, the officer relays that new information to Dukes.
It looks like
3.6 SO.
there was a warrant issued for you for unlawful carry of a firearm on a school.
So female and male were evaluated
And-
by medical and refused further treatment. They're released.
Looks like another charge for impersonating a police officer.
Dukes stays silent in the back seat of the patrol car for the next several minutes as the officer explains what will probably happen next. He explains that unlawful carrying of a firearm on school property is a 4th-degree felony. According
Dumbass
to local
nigga.
news outlets, 26-year-old Dukes wore BCSO uniform and carried a firearm holstered to his hip onto school property at his alma mater, Volcano Vista High School. He was allegedly visiting a teacher he used to know. Dukes posted photos from his visit to social media.
All right, we can get back to it, gang. We can get back to it.
Soon, they arrived at the sheriff's office. Dukes, dressed head to toe in the same garb as many of the employees in the building, is taken into an interrogation room.
Zarek not a bum, you guys.
Actual BCSO officers begin questioning him.
So, can you tell me a little bit about what's going on today?
I don't know.
You don't know? Okay. Can you tell me why you're in a early
That's not
uniform? You bought it from Kaufman's? Tell me about that. When did you buy it?
Some months ago.
How long?
Some months ago.
Some months
Not
ago?
long, yeah.
Do you know, like, what month?
Man, stop talking to my chat, bruh.
Okay.
So it was a couple months ago.
And why did you get the uniform?
It was like promotional stuff.
Promotion?
Yeah.
What do you mean, promotional stuff?
Just like he said, so
Okay.
video and stuff.
Okay. So to promote BCSO?
Yeah.
And do you work for the sheriff's department? And how do you promote BCSO?
It's like videos and stuff.
Videos and stuff? What kind of videos do you take?
Nigga trying to say he promote them boys. Like, nigga asking for his promotion. Like, he a goddamn promotional page on Instagram. Ain't nobody ask for your goddamn promotion, boy. You better take that shirt off. Real talk, his ass going to jail.
BCSO, I get like pictures with him and stuff.
Okay. Have you taken a lot of videos and stuff?
I'm just starting, so no.
Oh, just starting? Have you taken any yet? So you haven't taken any of these videos yet. What made you want to start doing these videos?
I love police in my family.
Tell me about
Just
that.
friends and family. I have 2 cousins. They're twins back home in South Carolina. They're both sheriffs. So it's always been an interest, I guess you could say.
Okay. And what are your cousins' names?
You lying.
They're on my dad's side, not my mom's side, so I already know.
Do you live in Georgia? If you have been in a car accident in Georgia within the last year, even as a passenger, you might be entitled to a...
He just don't go to jail.
Do you know what department they work for?
Richland County.
Do you have any other family in law enforcement?
I noticed that.
And with the wearing of the uniform, how did you get the idea to start doing these promotional videos you're talking
Just
about?
random idea one day.
Random idea?
Yeah.
And when you went in, did you have to show any identification that you worked for the sheriff's department?
Yeah, the new setup, bum. I know you like the new setup, bum. Yeah. Pete though, Pete. Wait. Got a little futon motherfucker right here, and they gotta put these curtains up on the window right here. And that's the setup for y'all. That's all y'all gonna see. I got more going on around the room, but y'all ain't gonna never really see that, so ain't none of y'all business.
Getting some stuff for promotional videos for BCSO.
Okay. And they were okay just selling it to you without any identification? Okay.
Kaufman's West is a uniform store on Eubank Boulevard in Albuquerque. They sell a variety of uniforms and other unique tactical items. Though Dukes claims the store was okay with selling him the uniforms without identification.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. How you able to buy police? Oh, when they said identification, it really just put me on game. You probably need a police ID or police like some type of special code or some shit they use in order to buy their uniforms. Because how the fuck you go to jail from wearing a police uniform if you able to just walk in the store and buy it? Just like you'll go to jail from having... Well, nah, that's different. I'm about to say, just like you'll go to jail from having cigars on you, but you able to go in the store and buy it. You don't go to jail from having the cigars. You go to jail from having weed in the cigar. That's where it hit different at. Let's start there. Real talk.
Store manager argues that would be pretty much impossible. In a phone interview with Law and Crime, she says that in order to purchase any security-related product, the customer must show a valid department ID. A simple driver's license or other photo ID wouldn't cut it. Clearly, though, Dukes doesn't have a BCSO ID, so it's unclear exactly how he was able to purchase the uniform.
So...
It hit different.
Do you know it's a crime to impersonate a law enforcement officer?
Right.
And so wearing the uniform, tell me about your mindset with that.
I didn't think too much about that, to be honest.
Okay.
That wasn't my plan.
That was the input?
Yeah.
Okay. And what about the gun on your hip and stuff?
That's my personal.
That's your personal gun? Okay. Where did you buy that?
I bought that from, I want to say ABQ Guns, off of Coors.
Do you know when you bought it?
April, I'd say beginning March.
Beginning of March this year?
Yeah.
And is that the only firearm you own?
Yeah.
Okay. And so then, I know there's a lot of stuff I know, and I want to ask you about, and depending on how honest you are with me, I know I can.
She sound like she's scared talking to this man, goddamn.
So I know about your Tinder profile, Tell me about posting all those pictures.
Just the post, yes.
Are they all of you?
Yes. All.
All of you in your uniform?
Yeah.
And that's this uniform here?
Correct.
Do you have any other uniforms at the house? Just this one?
Yeah.
Dukes tells the detective he only has the uniform he's wearing, but the images on his Tinder profile appear to show some variety.
Hey, that is fakes, real talk.
According to a store clerk at Kaufman's West, there are numerous styles of BCSO uniforms available at the store. However, uniforms don't come with the patches already on them. Anyone can buy a shirt, holster, or belt, for example, but they aren't considered official BCSO gear unless BCSO decals are added. Dukes would have to arrange and pay for BCSO patches separately to make his uniforms appear official, something the clerk also claims Duke would not have been able to do because of their strict ID policy. Before Detectives Small and Cash hone in on that piece of the puzzle, they want Dukes to explain his intentions behind the photos on his Tinder profile. Detective Small hands him a stack of printed out screenshots of his account.
And so...
Is he gay is crazy work? What the fuck? I ain't gonna lie, bruh. I ain't gonna lie. I wondered the same thing, bro, when I seen this picture,
Detective
bro.
Small
Hold
and
on.
Cash hone in on that piece.
When I seen this picture, and this picture, and this picture, I was like, yeah, dude gotta be a little fruitcake, no cap.
The puzzle. They want Dukes to explain his intentions behind the photos
bro.
on of his account.
And so... I just want to go through. Is this your profile?
Yeah.
And you go by...
Hold on. Off
you?
topic for a second. Bruh. Peep how I cracked my iPad, bruh. Nah, that's wild. Nigga was at work. Had that bit on the cart. That bit went overly wrong from there. That bit went overly wrong from there. That's all I'm gonna say. Real talk.
Tell me about that name.
Milton.
That's your middle name?
I was shaking my head too, bro. Wait, hold on, but look, this the real reason. The real reason it broke type shit because like, my bad. The real reason it broke type shit, man. Look, stop playing with me, little twin. Look, the real reason it broke type shit because my foot was fucked up. Like my foot was like overly messed up, like over the little like little span, like the little like break a nigga had. Like nigga had fucked their foot up, and I was about to drop some shit at work, and it was either my iPad or my foot. So I think we see what I chose. It hit different. That's all I'm saying. It hit different.
So this is you, right? Okay. This picture here. Whose unit is this?
One randomly I just saw.
One you just randomly saw?
Yeah.
And then this one. Is this you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, Robert Hertrick from Shark Tank.
It should have been on the footage.
Hey,
Crazy.
what is your number one tip for saving money? Easy. Pay off your credit card debt.
And is this the same shirt and hat?
Same shirt and hat.
Okay. And is this the same gun that you were wearing today? Alright. And then this one. Is this you as well?
Yeah.
And then this one. That's you as well? Okay.
Next, the detective pulls out a copy of messages, presumably between Dukes and another Tinder user. She presses Dukes before confronting him with the image.
And so why did you post these pictures of you in uniform on Tinder?
Just for, I don't know, just because I happen just to use them.
Just to use? And were you saying that you were with BCSO? Cause
Yeah, I told people.
you told a few people? Yeah. Okay. And then how many people have you met up with in this uniform?
Met up with?
Yeah, from
Like
Tinder.
from Tinder?
I wouldn't want shit to say to them people. I ain't even gonna lie to you. I'll call for my lawyer right now. Cause they asking him a bunch of questions to basically work up a case against him. That's all they doing right now.
Any of them? This is gonna be the first time?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like half of the shit she asking, she already know. They just need his his verification code, his authentication code on that bit. That's it.
And so you don't have any family or anybody that you know that works for the sheriff's department?
Here, no.
No? Okay. Because there's some information that we have that you know somebody on the department. From here.
I don't know anybody here. I don't have any family.
Real talk.
Don't have any family, any friends that work on the department? And so you don't know who owns that Tahoe that you took a picture of?
No.
And you don't remember what address it was at?
No. It was just going to be for promotional videos.
Okay. And where are you going to post these promotional videos?
YouTube.
YouTube?
YouTube.
Okay. Do you have a YouTube channel?
I have a channel. It's got like 1 follower.
Okay. What kind of videos do you post?
I don't have any up there yet.
Okay.
Yeah, it's all just.
He did all this for 1 follower.
Okay.
Nah, that's wild.
What's your YouTube? Is it?
It's just under Rico.
And as far as going to the Monroe's today, can you tell me about going there in a uniform?
I was supposed to be meeting a friend.
You're supposed to be meeting a friend there? Okay. And why did you go in uniform?
Well, I got up this morning to do videos, so I was already in it.
Okay. And this friend, does she think, it's a she, right?
Yeah.
Does she think that you work for the sheriff's department?
I would assume.
You would assume?
Yeah.
Why would you assume that?
Because of the pictures.
The pictures? Yeah. Is there any other reason? No?
Well, like, what do you mean?
This nigga goofy.
Tell her that you work for the sheriff's department?
I told you,
Little does Dukes know that the friend he was supposed to meet at the time he got arrested is actually a Bernalillo County employee. Officers knew that Dukes had planned to meet her there, and they were hoping he'd show up in uniform.
Okay, what did you tell her you did?
I was just an officer.
Okay, did you tell her any details about what you do, what shift you work, anything like that?
Like nights.
You told her you work nights? What else? Okay. Do you remember telling her that you used to work for APD?
I remember telling that, yeah.
Okay. And that you were there for a year? Did you work for APD? No. And then you said you've been with BCSO for about 4 years? Okay. Are your hands bothering you?
He just never adjusted it.
Let me check them real quick for me.
Yeah.
Go ahead and get up, turn around, face away from me. Go ahead and bend over at the waist. Okay, oh, they're good. You just gotta relax. You moving around like that, it's gonna cause that irritation.
After the officer checks Duke's cuffs, he confesses that he also told at least one of his Tinder matches that he worked operations on day shift.
Turn thinking about your bathroom into loving it with Floor & Decor.
This some dumbass shit. I'll never in life, ever in life.
You know what? It didn't start.
Ever in life, ever think about this. Cause what's the point for real? Like, why you doing this, gang? It hit different.
And then 1,000 of them.
He tells the officers that he is the only person with access to his phone or Tinder account, meaning no one else could have sent those images.
Okay.
Man, I would have said my little niece be on that bitch and everything. I ain't gonna lie to you.
You guys were talking on Tinder. Did you go and start chatting somewhere else then?
Text, yeah.
You moved to text message. Okay. And then you guys agreed to meet up at Monroe's? Okay, and that's why you were there today in uniform? All right. And you identified yourself as Officer Dukes, correct? Okay, I just wanted to make sure. All right, do you want to ask some questions?
Like I said, remember when the detective read you your rights?
Why he just signed up to be a police? Nigga want to be a police that bad? Well, he
Like I said,
wouldn't
my
fake
name's
it.
Jesse, and do you go by Rico or? All right. My job's a little different. I'm all about making sure people are safe and making sure people aren't doing things to endanger themselves. And I've got a concern with that. You know, what do you think some of my concerns would be?
Impersonating.
Well, besides that,
Real
now, I
talk.
don't care about that stuff. I care about your safety. Why do you think I'm concerned with that?
Wait, before he say something, he concerned about his safety cause nigga thinking he a real police and some shit go bad, like shit be going bad with the police. Nigga blow his brains out. Now let's proceed.
What's that? Well, some of the things is, you know, people aren't always so friendly towards officers.
Right.
And they have,
what
you
I
know,
just
we've
said.
had recent events where they've shot at people in uniform, on or off duty. And I'd hate for you, not being an officer, to put yourself in that situation.
What he said? Tell me.
And they have, you know, we've had recent events where they've shot at people in uniform, on or off duty. And
Let's retract that sentence. He said, it's situations where civilians shoot at police in uniform, keyword in uniform, on and off duty. Other keywords. How you off duty with a uniform on? That makes you off duty if you don't have a uniform on. You see how they just be talking and really just be trying to get you to talk to them and make their job easier, hit different. Don't talk to them boys, real talk. You know, so.
I'd hate for you, not being an officer, to put yourself in that situation. So if this is just something that you're doing because you think you're trying to do something good or for whatever reason, just know it's, for lack of better terms, it's not a safe thing to be doing. The other thing is I got to make sure that at the end of the day, you're going to be safe. Does that make sense to you?
Yes, sir.
So some of the questions I might ask are going to be a little weird, if you're all right with that. All right? You said you worked at Jack in the Box. What did you do before Jack in the Box?
I work for New Mexico Protective Force.
Okay, what do they do?
Security.
Security? What were some of your assignments there?
Dukes admits that although he pretends to be a law enforcement officer in his free time, he actually works at a popular fast food chain. Before that, he says he patrolled certain city parks and several commercial properties as a security guard. He tells the officer that he left for a better job and his pay was cut unexpectedly. According to Dukes, that wasn't his first job in security. It's a field he enjoys, something the officer could tell by Duke's face.
I asked you, you're smiling like you're pretty proud of it.
Whole backgrounds.
Yeah, what happened with that?
I just got tired of it, to be honest.
Really?
Yeah.
Have you ever applied to be a law enforcement officer?
I think I took the test for APD last year sometime. Ended up not passing the test. So,
What part did you not pass?
So I passed the first part, which was I believe. And then you have the part where you take like the 600 question test.
Oh yeah.
So you're there for a few
Boy, 600 questions.
Like the 600 question test.
Man, boy, I'm not taking no boy. You ever put a fucking 600 question test in front of my face talking about you take this and you 50-50 get a job if you pass? Boy, your ass trim. I ain't lying. Hell no.
Yeah,
Fuck this job.
I think it was that one.
What the hell? How long I gotta take this test?
I've been detained.
Man, that's a lot of questions. Cause on the leap test they used to have like 80 to 120 questions, and that shit used to take damn near 3-4 hours type shit. Like nigga in that one class all day. Like nigga finished before the whole class. But look, we not talking about that. It hit different. Let's start there. So just imagine how long 600 question test is gonna take. Boy, hell no. Keep your little booklet and let me exit this door.
And picked up at a U.S. Marshals a few years ago. I think because I missed it, I had a summons to appear for an assault against a security guard that got dismissed.
Outside of that dismissed case,
that's probably why he ain't no
Duke says
police.
his only run-ins with law enforcement
Bro
have been
said, "Fuck that."
traffic-related. But officers discover that there are also 2 protection orders that have been filed against Dukes by an ex-partner in recent years. He claims that he doesn't know why he was served the orders, but investigators press him.
Okay, so did you ever get found guilty of domestic violence?
I wasn't guilty.
You weren't guilty? Did you take a plea deal or did you get
I had a restraining order back in 2016, 17.
Okay.
But it was for like a year.
Yeah?
So she put one on me and she served me. Are you guys talking about that one?
Well, I saw 2 in your court history.
Okay. I have one from back then and then one from my son's mom.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, what happened with that one?
Which one?
The one with your son's mom. And that's right?
No.
No. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. What happened with that one?
This nigga stuck now?
There
But you
is
stuck now,
electromagnetic
bitch, you know
energy in that pyramid.
But you're stuck now, bitch, you know what happened.
200
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was the one that I think, if I look at the court records, that's one that just ended in like
So,
September.
Yeah, she did that, I think, last year in April, March, it ended in September. And then she renewed it for some reason. I don't know.
So this nigga not only impersonating police, but he had a baby mama problem.
Okay.
Bro, all fucked up. That's probably why he on Tinder.
I don't know why she renewed it or what that was for.
Do you remember why she even put it against you? Because judges just don't give them because.
No, I know, yeah.
Real talk.
I don't know. I think my mom had told her that I had said something.
What?
She
My
used
mom.
when,
What was it?
it was something I didn't say.
Okay, but what did they accuse you of saying?
Something crazy like harming her.
Because Dukes was using his middle name as an alias and posing as a BCSO officer in his dating profile, it's unlikely the women he matched with knew about any of his previous offenses or the accusations.
I ain't lying. Let's see what happened. Like, cause I'm
To try
tired of
to
seeing,
stay
I'm tired of
safe
seeing
online,
this nigga face.
It's helpful
for
to use a
real.
website
Okay.
like Truthfinder to learn about the person you swipe right on before you meet up. On Truthfinder,
Like in the seat, between the middle and the seat.
Okay.
So you keep that.
When's the last time you fired your gun?
Hey, real talk. Nigga said, I wonder how he feels sitting there with that fake ass police shirt on. Man, no, bro.
I'm telling this about a few months ago.
A few months ago?
Or whenever, like a week after I got it.
All right. At the end of the day, we gotta figure out. Are you not to be offensive, all right?
I understand.
Do we gotta figure out you're just some dumb trying to pick up chicks?
Right.
Or there's more to this?
Right.
That's what we have to figure.
No, he's just a
what my
dumbass
goal
trying
is
to pick
figure that
up
out.
chicks.
If I
Nothing more
was
to
to
it.
ask you, which one is it?
For,
Are you just some guy trying to score chicks, or are you?
no.
No.
Dukes says his goal isn't to pick up women, but it doesn't appear his goal is really to make promotional content either, considering he hasn't recorded a single video. Dukes was charged and convicted for unlawful carrying of a deadly weapon on school premises.
He using them people motherfucking uniform to look pretty and shit. That's what's going on. He ain't recording not a single video. This nigga lied about being a police TikToker or whatever the fuck his category is, his niche is. But that boy is lying. No cap.
And impersonating a peace officer. In a virtual court session, the prosecuting attorney attempted to portray Dukes as a predator who impersonated an officer to take advantage of women and other vulnerable people.
Nah, I ain't lying. They going too far. They going way too far. What you mean a predator? If I'm trying to pick up the shawties on with a fake police uniform. Like, a lot of niggas lie to the females out here. That don't make them predators. I ain't like narrator ass tweet. No, I ain't gonna say the narrator. He just informing us. The prosecutor ass tweaking. Real talk.
According to KRQE News out of Albuquerque, 3 women came forward after the BCSO posted about Duke's arrest, claiming they matched with a cop impersonator. The women alleged that Dukes clearly told them he worked for the BCSO. One woman claimed she saw what looked like police gear in his apartment. Even still, Judge Bruce Fox seemed to disagree with the prosecution. Judge Fox decided that Duke's attempts to pick up women dressed as a law enforcement officer didn't warrant a prison sentence. Instead, he granted Dukes a deferred sentence of 2.5 years of supervised probation. Instead, he granted as a law enforcement officer didn't warrant a prison sentence. Instead, he granted Dukes a deferred sentence of 2.5 years of supervised probation. During probation, he's required to wear a GPS monitor for 1 year. He is prohibited from owning any clothing.
Look at you, bro. Was that really worth it? Now you looking dumb as hell. Like, come on, bro.
For 1 year. He is prohibited from owning any clothing, patches, or badges that indicate any position of authority, and a probation officer will monitor all of his social media
I feel like you could low-key see out this window.
accounts, including his dating apps.
It wasn't worth it. It wasn't worth it. Your boy a pure dumbass. He overly dumb. Extremely dumb. Man, what? Nigga said I should have left the jacket in VR. Oh no. This is my favorite jacket, twin. I ain't gonna lie to you. This is my favorite jacket.